What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Premier League Career Mode. It is episode number 32. Fulham finally back in form, man. 9 wins in our last 10 in all competitions. The only loss, of course, typically coming against the leaders Manchester City. But today, loads to get through as we still have the faintest shot of a treble. And we've got the Champions League last 16 against Dynamo Kiev, where we should be going through, touch wood, fingers crossed, the quarterfinals leading 2-0. We'll have the FA Cup last 16 against West Bromwich Albion away at the Hawthorns, and more big games in the Premier League where really, yeah, I'm not even thinking about it. 12 games to go, 11 behind Man City. I just want to make sure we stay in the top 4. So, loads to get through. Let's get straight to it. Yep, first of many games today. Championship side West Bromwich Albion away at the Hawthorns as Lance Knight returns, where he spent 2 years, developed his game, and now became our number 1. Strong lineup for the game, despite taking on a second-tier side, aiming to avoid the cup step and make it through. Come on, Fulham. Yeah, sometimes you'll hear me say stuff like, oh, I'm dreaming of the treble, or I'm dreaming of an unbeaten league season. It's like, it's an unbelievable achievement, and there is the slightest possible chance it could happen, but it is an incredibly unlikely outcome. In this case here, I'm not even dreaming of the treble. It's a fantasy. I'm fantasizing about the treble. It is that unlikely I can't even classify it as a dream. I'm Gareth Keenan up in here. This is a fantasy, my ultimate fantasy. I hope someone gets that reference. But yeah, I can't call it a dream. It's too far-fetched. The treble is just a fantasy. I'm fantasizing about it. I mean, we all have those fantasies sometimes, right? When we're getting ready for bed. And we're just lying there, we're thinking, can you imagine if like this just happened? You know, like imagine your celebrity crush, you just cross paths with them and suddenly, you're on like your 3rd date. I don't know. It's like, again, it's just a fantasy. That's all it is. That's all it is, man. You can't really take it seriously. You know, if you were to tell that to someone, they'd just laugh at you. That's how it feels. If Fulham fans started saying, oh, we've got a chance to win the treble, you just get laughed at right now. But if there was a possibility of winning something, this is definitely on. 2 years ago, got to the semis. Last year, the final. Treble is a fantasy. An FA Cup winner's medal, that is an outside possibility. We play like this, we've definitely got a chance. Look at this. Absolutely brilliant start. 3-0 up, 33 minutes in. There is no doubt about it. Fulham are right back in form. Yes, it's important to know the distinctions between fantasies and dreams. We fantasize about winning a treble, but we dream of winning silverware. One is far-fetched, the other is possible. And if we were to win something, this is our best shot. 3-0, the final score, a comfortable progress into the quarterfinals. And as we'll see, the conclusions we were playing on the Tuesday, the other games come on the Wednesday. Who will be taking on? There's already been a cup set there with Stoke knocking out Spurs. In the quarterfinals, we'll take on, fingers crossed, kind draw at home, please. Yep, we'll take it. And I have to say, I said this in the last episode, you got to hold your hands up and accept when you had some luck. Right now in the playoffs, having a good season in the Championship, a Cardiff at home, golden chance to reach Wembley for the 3rd year in a row. And that'll be today as well, won't it? That'll be coming, because what I love about the last 16 in the quarterfinal is that it's a very little gap between the two. So, yep, there it is right there. We'll play these 3 games and then we'll have Cardiff with a chance to reach Wembley. We've reached Wembley the past 2 years, and now we've got a golden chance to do it for the 3rd year in a row. Bring on the Bluebirds. Right, following game, Newcastle away at St James's Park. Tough season for them, but again, right now, 12 games to go. 11 behind Man City. Still technically in it, but we need Man City to slip up at least 4 times in 12 games. Chance of that happening, quite unlikely. But all we can do is do our job, start with a win here. Let's get it done. Come on, Fulham. When I was younger, I used to fantasize about, like, saving the world. And I really don't know where that fantasy came from. You know, like, I genuinely don't. I've addressed it in therapy once, but it doesn't affect me or anything. But it was, I don't know where it came from, but I used to just always fantasize about, like, it's going to be a situation in life where, like, the world is about to be destroyed, and I jump in and, like, stop a lot of bad guys. But I would always die. Like, I would always die in that fantasy. Like, for some reason, I'm in control of it. It's my own fantasy. It's a completely lucid fantasy. But in that fantasy, I would always die. I don't know why. As Alexander Isak converts the pen. And I don't do it anymore, but yeah, I used to always be like, oh, there's going to be like tons and tons of bad guys, and I'll jump in and rescue, like sometimes it would be like rescuing like a bunch of people, but I would always die in that fantasy. Very strange, very, very strange. That was like my ultimate fantasy, you know. Sweet release of death combined with going down as a hero. As Cesar goes all the way, wonderful dribbling, and the shot denied by the Hungarian, turned behind for a corner but still down by a goal. Can't afford to lose this game. Any chance of our fantasy of winning the title staying alive hinges on us being absolutely perfect from here on out. Still down by 1, looking for that response. To be fair, I have read that is quite common. My therapist actually did mention as well that is quite a common thing to daydream about, you know. But yeah, it's more the death part. Do you know what I mean? There's no need for me to die in my own fantasy. I can be a hero and survive, but for some reason, it wasn't as appealing to me unless I paid the ultimate sacrifice of death. Oh, Jamie off the post, and still we trail. Excellent response, just can't find that leveler yet. By the way, how many times has Alexander Isak scored against me in this save, let alone in FC 24, man? You've heard me sing his praises so many times. What a striker, honestly. He is just so hard to stop. Did anyone see the Adidas commercial, by the way, for Newcastle United's new shirt, new kit? Oh, man, he is just so loved there in the North East, isn't he? As he finds Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Oh! He scored one of my favourite goals of the past 15 years when he was playing for Hamburg. It was a free kick from like 40 yards out, and no, I'm not exaggerating. I'll leave a link to it in the description. But he's always had ability from dead ball situations from range, but also open play. 20 yards from goal, outside of the right boot. Lance Knight is getting nowhere near it. Pack it up, boys. This fantasy is gone, and Fulham's dream of winning the title is dead. Well, to be honest, I thought I played alright out there, to be honest. I thought I was somewhat good, but how often do I say this? Against the AI on Ultimate, good is very rarely good enough. Game over. Newcastle United with the comfortable 2-0 victory, and no doubt about it now. Title dreams are as dead as Docks is at the end of his fantasies. It's over. And as we now drop to 3rd in the table, got to make sure that whilst the title dreams have gone, we don't lose out on a top 4 place. Following game, Leeds away at Ellen Road. Let's bounce back here and return to winning ways. Come on, Fulham. I said this in the last episode, I think it was. Like, we don't need to win the title to keep Dalinga and Sarah here. But if we drop out of the top 4, that's it. They've gone. They've gone because they're too good. Like, they are too good to not be playing Champions League football. You know, it's just they are literally unreal. Thijs Dalinga going for that golden boot, 88 rated now in the prime of his career. I think he'd be happy to stay here in London. Absolutely loved it. Chance to be Fulham's all-time top goal scorer. You know, try and end the trophy curse, but not if we're not in the Champions League. It's the only way we keep him and Sarah here as well. I don't think people quite understand the lure of playing in London as well. I went on record as saying this as Sarah finds Dalinga, funnily enough, for our second goal. I said this before last season started. The Declan Rice, I was adamant, absolutely adamant he was going to join Arsenal. And I said there's a couple of reasons why. And one is because, obviously, is Mrs. Lauren, is it Lauren Fryer, I think it is? She was targeted by trolls recently, that's why I remember the name. She is a massive part of Declan's life. They've been together for years and years and years. They've just had a kid. He doesn't want to uproot his family. You know, he wants to stay in London. And I said he'll sign for Arsenal. Like, even if Man City put in the same offer and had the chance to offer a contract, I went on record as saying this, he'll sign for Arsenal. I'm guaranteeing, I'm calling it, it's a lock. That's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. I can't remember if Man City matched a bid in the end. I know he did put an offer in, but the lure of playing in London, especially for certain players that have been there for a while or possibly grew up there, is incredibly strong. Oh, cracking finish that though. Past Lance Knight, and 2-goal cushion is gone. Minute before the break. Defensively, we've definitely gotten weaker from last year. There's no doubt about that. We haven't added in terms of strength. I also put Jan Kuto in the back line. Doesn't help. He's not a great right back, but yeah, we've scored more but conceded more this year. I often say with me, it's always the way. I can't do both. I can't be brilliant defensively and offensively. I'm either one or the other. Trey. through to Bino Gittins. We're going into the link. Keep going. Drag, off you go. There we go, wonderful little move that. Now step back inside. Oh, really well done. Just couldn't get through. Well, a little bit lucky, but we'll take it. We will take it. Come on. Pablo Torre gives us our 2-goal cushion back. Surely game over. A little bit lucky, but we'll take it. Well, we've conceded the title to Manchester City, and we know there's no chance of getting back in the race, but if we keep on winning, we will lock up top 4. And that is the minimum objective from here. I don't know what I'd take, man. Silverware or Champions League football next year. But to keep this man here in Sarah, I think there's only really one answer. Big 3 points in Ellen Road. Right, next up, second leg of the Champions League, last 16 at home to Dynamo Kiev, holding a 2-goal lead after our win in Ukraine. So should be going through a minimal fuss, but still got a few stars out there just in case. Let's keep the Champions League dreams alive as well. Come on, Fulham. Yeah, I said in the last episode, and I stand by this, it will be easier for us to win the Champions League than it would for us to win the title, and definitely here from now. And you just trips over the keeper. You just never know, really. I mean, we got a kind draw here. I felt confident when it was drawn, and we're going to make it through now for sure. 3-0 might take our starters off before the break at this point. And you just never know. Say we get a kind draw in the corners, you never know. You never ever know. This tie is over though. We are definitely heading through from here. Last day, here we come. Well, once we got the early goal, it was basically job done from there. Kind of just passed the ball around for the majority of this game and making sure none of my starters got tired. And whilst there was a slight knock for Jan Couto during the game, I think it would just be a bruise, so I'll keep you updated on that. But as we get straight back to the main menu, heading into the quarterfinals, we'll do the draw directly after the conclusion of this game and see who we've got in the last day. And I have to say, there are a couple of teams where if we were to face them, I wouldn't say we're favourites. I think we'll be underdogs against any of the teams remaining now, but we'd have a chance. We'd certainly have a chance. So, quarterfinal of the Champions League, and it is indeed going to be a 5-day injury for Couto. Where is the draw? Do I need to do one more advance? There we go. Quarterfinal, and it's going to be, here we go. Give us Spurs. No disrespect to Spurs, but give us Spurs. Go on. Yeah, I'll take it. I think we take them out because Spurs this season aren't having the best of years, and I think we could take them out, you know. I really, really do. Spurs right now, 7th place, 8 behind Palace, in the hunt for a top 4 place. I'm feeling it. We're underdogs. We're underdogs against Postecoglou's side, but I think we can take them out. Bring them on. When is it? We got the Cardiff game. Oh, okay, there it is, right there. So I think we've got Spurs 3 times in 4 games. I think we'll end on the league game against Spurs, the dress rehearsal, if you will, and then we'll pop back for the Champions League quarterfinal against them. Okay, all right, bring it on. I'll say it again. They're a better team than us. They're a better team than us. They've got a lot more experience than we do. But I still believe we could possibly take them out. It'd be difficult, but of all the teams remaining, I think that's one we have a chance against. Right, following game, we've only got a chance in this one too. Cardiff, FA Cup, quarter-final, heading into the game against the Championship side at home. Golden opportunity to reach Wembley for the 3rd successive year and trying to get back to the semi-finals. Let's get the job done and avoid the cup set. Come on, Fulham. Still got a strong lineup out there for the game, though. Not taking any chances, man. When Wembley is around the corner, you don't wanna play with your food. You want to make sure you get the job done. And well, perfect start right from kickoff. Taking no chances, but I think I could have taken some. Gabriel Sire will be taken off at the break to avoid any kind of injury for he or the man next to him, Dalinga. Yeah, like I said, man, you got to make the distinctions between fantasies and dreams. Treble is a fantasy. FA Cup winners medal, that's a dream. We can do that with work and luck. We certainly have both this season, and that's why we are heading to Wembley. No doubt about it. I'm calling it now. We're heading there. We have faced EFL sides all the way to the quarterfinals. I mean, you just can't get luckier than that. You really can't. It's been a season of kind draws as Gabriel Sire almost gets his second in the afternoon. And you just have to acknowledge that. We talked about this a couple episodes ago. There is no shame, absolutely no shame in admitting you got a bit of luck. As Dalinga hits the bar, but Teden turns in the rebound. Absolutely no shame. We've had the luck. We've had the good fortune. But you've also got to capitalise on it as well. And that's the thing. It's not just enough to be lucky. You also have to take the chance when the luck comes your way as well. And we have. We've had the luck, we've had the hard work, and we've put it right when we've needed to. Wembley, baby. It's basically our second home at this point. Easy, easy, easy. Oh, I can't believe it. It's just snuck in. Isaac Davis with the finish. So that's a long way to go. I've been very confident. Bit cocky, bit arrogant. And Cardiff has said, calm it down, son. You haven't won nothing yet. Hold on. Just let me reclaim this 3-goal cushion, yeah? Oh no, good save. Still 2-1. Let's not throw this away from here. Come on. It's one back. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. 2-goal cushion restored. There we go. Nah, we're fine. We're fine. Little bit nervy when Isaac Davis snuck that in, but nah, we're fine. Do our job, we'll be fine. Closer to the Championship than we are to the process Fulham we were back in the first 2 seasons. And a hell of a lot closer to an FA Cup winners medal than that process Fulham as well. The Cottagers advance through to Wembley. It is basically our second home at this point. We've reached the semis for the 3rd year on the trot. 2 years ago, heartbreaking the penalty shootout loss to Everton in the Final Four. Last year, heartbreaking loss to Man City in the final. Is this 3rd time's the charm? Well, I guess we'll see. Heading through to the semi-finals, we'll be taking on in the Final Four. Oh no, no, no! Hey, our luck was going to run out at some point, right? Our luck was going to run out at some point. Manchester City, the holders who beat us last year in the final, in the semis. Our luck had to run out at some point. Can't complain. When is that as well? So I'll quickly show you the 2 lads left in the academy. We took a year off scouting this year. Gap year, we'll probably return to it next year. But yeah, for this year, just clearing the backlog, if you will. There's only the 2 players left in now. When is that? That'll be like midway through, isn't it? Yeah, there. So that won't be in today's episode, but in the next one we'll have the Champions League quarters and the FA Cup semi as well. Silverware possibility? We'll find out if we still got it in the next episode. But to close this one out, 3 league games heading into this one, the first of the final 3 today. Brentford at home in the West London derby. 10 to go, 12 behind Man City. Not even thinking about the Championship, just trying to stay in the top 4. Only 3 clear of Liverpool in 5th. Big game here in the West London derby. It's our game in hand. We've got to make sure we win it against Thomas Frank's side. Let's get the job done. Come on, Fulham. Say tough game, this one, very tough. We always struggle against Brentford though. Like literally as a West London rival, we have such a poor record against them, man. So tough to beat them. And you know, to be fair, they've got a really good team anyway, and they've added to it as well. But I'm sick of facing them, man. Honestly, every time we face them, we always struggle. We'll go down as well. Certain teams, you have them in a save, they're a bogey team. How typical it is for us, it's our West London rivals. Danilo, Puerta, Pablo Torre can get a shot away, clean tackle. And Brentford, Brentford give it away. And okay. Go on, Tice, come on. Oh my goodness gracious me, and he knows it as well. How do you miss there? Of all the players I could have fallen to in all the moments, man, oh man, that right there is when you just know it's just not your team to face, man. Whenever we face Brentford, these are the sort of things that happen. Just can't beat them. Against any other opponent, Tice Delinga buries that, no problem. But against Brentford, oh, come on. Gets it right second time of asking. Smashes home the leveller. Fulham with the equaliser. 23 minutes to win it. We've got Forest away at the City ground on Wednesday night, but I don't want to take my starters off as we're tied here. I want us to try and flip this script and win it. It just goes to show you how strong I find Brentford to play against. I trust my backup side well in night against Forest away than taking off a few starters here at home to Brentford tied. They're just off the bar. They're just so tough to beat, honestly. Bogey teams, man, we've all got them. Brentford are mine in this save. I can't beat them. Bassi to Taylor. And Fulham looking for that late winner. Torre. Jamie! Bono Kittens! Denied by Mads Hermansen. Turn behind for a corner. Sod the subs. Just go for the win. Sara with the corner. Takes it quick. Delinga up in the air. Claimed. 2 big points dropped as the teams below us closed the gap. Needed to win this, but I'm not surprised we didn't. These guys just so hard to beat. Right, following game, let's do it. 2 more today, starting with this one. Nottingham Forest away to City Ground right now in the bottom 3 and facing relegation. Us just desperately trying to stay in the top 4. We've got 2 games in hand on Liverpool and a game in hand on the other teams around us as well. But it's not the games in hand we want, it's the points. Let's start by returning to winning ways here and putting 3 more points back on the board and going back in to second place. Come on, Fulham. Yeah, it's all well and good having games in hand, but if you don't win them, what are they worth? To me, I'd much rather be the team. Oh, I just have not got it sorted with Brian Hill this season. I'd much rather be the team setting the pace than doing the chase. It's right now 17 minutes in. We look for that first goal. I cannot afford to have back-to-back games without a win. Got to return to winning ways here. Yeah, if you've got 2 teams going for the title, one plays Saturday, one plays Sunday. They're both level on points. I want the Saturday fixture. I want to play on the Saturday. I don't want to have to go into the game on Sunday. Because at the end of the day, it's like two things could happen. Ryan, come on. This time. There we go. First since arriving. Like, 2 things could happen. If the team you're neck and neck with win on the Saturday, you've got to match their result on the Sunday. But even if they slip up, you then still need to capitalise on it. So there's always going to be some pressure there, you know. Whereas if you do slip up on the Saturday, for example, there's always a chance the team neck and neck with you might do the same thing, you know. I'd much rather be the one setting the pace than going for the chase. Anyway, Brian Hill, first since arriving, Fulham in front. Big time to get his first goal for the club now. Easy. Poor game this, but Forest looking to sneak a point late. Lewis O'Brien dispossessed by Tedden. To be fair, Tedden today has been really solid at the back, man. Gave him the nod ahead of Calvin. He's done his job. Question is, can we now see it out? Almost there. Come on, last attack. Yeah, winning Couton. Nah, he's going to do it. Oh, hello, Tice. Oh, the two men, the dynamic duo. Oh, Delinga's out of energy. Goodness, look at the stamina, man. Just there we go. Just hold on to it and close it out. Grind it out. Man, oh man. He's going to need a breather against Spurs on the weekend, but dear oh dear. I've ran Delinga into the ground this season in our pursuit of silverware in top 4 football. On the back of this win here, the latter is looking more and more likely. Sacrifice yourself, Tice. We got to stay in the Champions League places. Right, let's end on this. Our final game today. 14 points behind Man City with 8 games to go. We conceded the title a long time ago, but right now 6 clear of our opponents today, Spurs and Liverpool. But with a game in hand on both of them, we've got a golden chance to go 9 clear heading into the final 7 games. Like I said, I'd rather be the team setting the pace than doing the chase. Let's make sure we prove that's the best way to be. Spurs in a London derby and a dress rehearsal for the Champions League quarterfinal that comes directly after this. Let's go into it on the back of a win. Come on, Fulham. Oh, no. I saw that. I just knew it. Based on the fall, I think that's a dislocated shoulder for Gabriel Sara. I'm taking him off. Delinga's on the bench. He's just gassed for the game, so didn't want to start him. But, yeah, that is probably a dislocated shoulder, and that will be a season ender for Gabriel Sara. Fingers crossed, taking him off early means it might just end up being a bruise or a 4-weeker, but the chances are that is Gabe done for the season. And our chance of taking out Spurs now in the Champions League quarterfinals and beating Man City in the FA Cup, I mean, what a save, Lance, has just gotten a lot more unlikely. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to take these guys out of the Champions League quarters without Gabriel. We need both. Delinga's amazing. Sara's amazing. But in order to beat Spurs, we would need both out there. Go on, Jamie. Yes. But top 4 for sure. It's in our hands with just a select few games to go. Win this, and it's a giant step taken towards CL football returning. Shall we see more? Danilo, get up, son. Get up, come on. No point protesting from the floor, mate, honestly. You ain't Luka Doncic. 8 to go before the break. Still up by 1. Can we close this first half out? Solomon! Good save by Lance. and push behind for a corner. Got to grind this out here, honestly. Just like against Forest at the City ground, if it's got to be a 1-0 grind out, so be it. Wins are still wins, and winning from here on out will guarantee top 4. Come on. Got to close this out here. No. Come on. Good block, Taylor. Oh, wonderful ball. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Craig into the middle and Benjamin Sesko. One of the final kicks of the half. The way that happened just so quickly. How many times do I say this, man? This is what makes Ultimate so difficult. Things just happen so quickly. Deflection. Look at this pass here. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And then the finish. One quick touch to get it out of his feet. And finds the bottom corner with laser focus. Spurs with a leveller. 1-1. With no Sarah or Delinga out there. We're going to need something special to find a winning goal in the second half. 8 to go. Got to be honest. Trying to grind out the point here. Yeah, no Sarah. No Delinga. I mean, let's be honest here. We're a different team without our superstars as Lance makes the save at the near post. There's no doubt about it. You take one of them out and we've got a chance at winning. You take both of them out and against one of the traditional top 6, no chance whatsoever. Just got to grind out the point from here. David Alaba. Rodrigo Bentancur. Shot blocked by Hayward Bellis. And Lance again with the save. Lance again with the save. Just got to close this out here. Thank God. By the way, thank God I've got handballs turned off for penalties alone. Still got them on for free kicks, but not for penalties, because that definitely struck Taylor's arm. No doubt about it. But we'll take it. 2 big saves by Lance towards the end. And the Sarah and Delinga-less Fulham do hold on to a point. We'll take it. We will take it. But the big question is, you can see the reaction, how bad is that injury for Gabriel Sarah, man? So if he's done for the season, we've got no chance of silverware. Yeah, at the start of FC, I had handballs turned on for pens as well, but it seemed the general consensus in the comment section from you guys was that it's best to keep them on, but not for penalties, because they were just too frequent. So I think we've got a nice balance now. We do get them for free kicks, but not for pens, and thank goodness as well, because that definitely struck Taylor's arm. So the injury for Sarah was, is it a season ender? Oh, thank God, thank God, thank God. FC gods, I love you very much. Gabriel. Well, he missed the first leg against Spurs, but he won't miss the rest of the season. I'm so glad I took him off and sacrificed a chance to win him. But that will do it for today's episode of the Premier League Career Mode, guys. Man, what a big one, and it's just getting bigger in the next one. The biggest episode of the save coming next, no doubt. We'll have the Champions League quarter-final against Spurs, both legs home and away. We'll have the FA Cup semi against Manchester City, the holders, and we'll have more big games in the Premier League in what is the biggest episode of the save as Fulham try and keep their title... No, not title. That's not even a fantasy. That's just stupid. Their trophy dreams alive. Have a great day, though, guys. Much love to you all. You falling Doxy boy. And I'll see you for the next episode. The biggest episode to save, no doubt about it. Trying to keep our trophy dreams alive. It's not a fantasy. It's a dream. It's still possible. We'll be back for it in the next one. Man, oh man. What an episode. And it's just getting bigger as well.